Hey everyone, so I'm back with another Motivational Monday video, and in this video I want to chat with you guys a little bit about why it pays to hustle. And I guess I had this idea, or I'm motivated to talk about this because my husband just graduated from college last weekend debt-free, and it's just such an amazing feeling. Like, I think him and I both are still a little high from the whole weekend and him graduating and just him being just totally done. And I just was thinking about it, and I just was like, wow, I cannot believe that we did that. You know what I mean? That he went to school and we paid cash for it, and we don't owe anybody anything. There's no student loans. We just paid for it a semester at a time. We just knocked it out, and it feels great. There was definitely a time whenever he was going to school that him and I both had like moments of weakness where we're like, oh, it would just be so nice to not have to take all this money that we've been saving for the last 5 or 6 months and pay it towards your tuition. It would just be so nice to be able to hold on to that money and instead put it on a student loan, or find some other way to pay for it instead of having to use all this cash that we've been saving. And I remember there was one semester that we were a little short. We didn't have as much money saved up as we would were supposed to. And I think it was just because, you kind of don't know what the semester is going to cost until you sign up for the classes. And, you kind of have a general idea. But that semester, I think we were like $1,500 short. We probably didn't save, enough and, whatever. And I remember just being so annoyed about that. And I was like, oh, I'm just, because it's like, now I'm going to have to take money from something else. And I really don't want to do that. And I think that account was our house fund, because we've been trying to save for a house this entire time, but with my husband going to school, it didn't, happen as quickly as I liked. And I remember having to transfer, again, like $1,500 from the house fund to the education fund so we could pay for his semester. And I remember being so annoyed about that because I was like, oh, I really want to, hit our house fund goal, and I want to buy a house, and that was just really important to me. But I knew that we had to pay for his, semester with school. And so, I don't know, just seeing him graduate last Sunday and walk across that stage and just know that we didn't owe anybody anything, that was just such an amazing thought, because he has just worked so hard to, go to school, and he's worked, a full-time job, and he's gone to school full-time. And for him to be able to do all of that and for us to pay cash for it, it was just an amazing moment, I guess. And so I just remember thinking, like, while I was up in the stands watching him graduate, like, he had his little, live like no one else sticker on the top of his cap. And I just remember thinking, like, wow, we did it. I mean, this is just such a huge accomplishment, and it's just something that we should be so proud of. And us paying cash for school was not easy. It definitely was not easy, but, it was possible. Him and I both worked hard, and we sacrificed, and we didn't, go on trips like we wanted to. And, I drive an older car, and he drives an older car, and we rent, and, we haven't bought anything new, for our house or for ourselves. And, we've intentionally made those choices in order to hit a goal. So I guess the whole point of this video is that, obviously majority of you guys are working the baby steps, and whether you're on baby step 2 and you're trying to pay off your debt, or you're trying to, get your emergency fund together, or you're trying to save for a house, or you're trying to pay for college, you're gonna absolutely, without a doubt, have those moments where you're just like, this is so annoying. Like, why do I have to do this? But if you can just push through those moments, y'all, I'm telling you, it is totally worth it. Because I'm serious. Like, I felt like Matt and I both, just the night that he graduated, we both were like, oh my gosh, like, we're done. We don't owe anybody anything. You're done with school. We can move on with our life. And now it's my turn. Now I get to go to school. I've already signed up for my classes, which a lot of you guys have asked if I'm going to be going to school. And the answer is yes. We have the money set aside for that, and it's just like how we did with him. It's just gonna be one semester at a time, paying cash, and I'm gonna get my degree, and it's gonna be debt free. And just having having both him and I having college degrees and not owing anything, it's just an amazing thought. So we're making those sacrifices now in order to make that happen. So again, if you are struggling a little bit, if you feel like you have a lot of debt and it's going to take forever to pay it off, and kind of like, why work so hard? If you just make that choice every single time that you start to have that moment of weakness, if you make that choice that yes, it is worth it, push through it, push through it, push through it, push through it. You will get to a point where you're either debt free or you have your emergency fund saved up or your house fund or whatever the goal is. But you have to consistently make those choices that yes, it's worth it. Yes, it's worth the sacrifice. Yes, I'm going to push through it. And you're going to get to a point where you hit your goal and you did it the right way. And it just makes life a lot easier to do it like that. So that's my Motivational Monday video for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video.